We inherited a broken and dismantled system that is already under strain. It is not built to manage the current levels and types of migratory flows. Only Congress can fix this. Yet, we have effectively managed an unprecedented number of non-citizens seeking to enter the United States and interdicted more drugs and disrupted more smuggling operations than ever before. A significant increase in migrant encounters will strain our system even further, and we will address this challenge successfully. But it will take time, and we need the partnership of Congress, state and local officials, NGOs, and communities to do so. To build on our ongoing work in this budget, we have requested funding to hire 300 new Border Patrol agents, the first increase since 2011, ensure the safe and humane treatment of migrants, and operationalize a new rule on asylum processing. We are requesting additional funds to counter human and drug smuggling operations, combat the heinous crime of child exploitation and human trafficking, and stop goods produced by forced labor from entering our markets. Finally, our mission set includes a series of other essential priorities. DHS, through the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, protects our critical infrastructure from malicious cyber activity, a threat heightened due to Russia's unprovoked and brutal invasion of Ukraine. Our budget will expand our cybersecurity services, bolster our ability to respond to cyber intrusions, and grow our cyber operational planning activities. DHS, through the Transportation Security Administration, protects the traveling public. Our budget invests in paying TSA's dedicated personnel commensurate with their federal colleagues and ensuring they receive employment protections. DHS, through FEMA and other agencies, continues to answer the risks posed by climate change and natural disasters, growing in ferocity and frequency. Our budget invests in adaptation, resilience, improved response and recovery, and more. We cannot do this alone. DHS is a department of partnerships. I look forward to working with this committee to carry out our wide-ranging mission on behalf of the American people. Thank you.
Mr. Secretary, I have been very concerned by calls for continuing the use of Title 42 expulsion authority at the border, and I was alarmed by the recent court order that at least temporarily would prohibit the planned end of Title 42 next month. Even though this authority is legally premised on the mitigation of public health risks, there can be no denying that it has also helped CBP manage the border by reducing the number of people that require processing. But that is not a legally sufficient reason to continue it, and it would fly in the face of the legal due process rights of migrants. My question is, do you believe it is time for the use of Title 42 authority to end at the border? And can you discuss how DHS is estimating the impact of ending Title 42 on the flow of migrants, including the assumptions behind the estimates we have heard of up to 18,000 individuals per day?
Madam Chairwoman, as you have correctly identified, Title 42 is a public health authority that rests in the exclusive jurisdiction of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, an agency within the Department of Health and Human Services. It is based on their expert assessment of the public health needs of the American public, and they decide whether the Title 42 authority remains necessary, remains a public health imperative, based on the public health data that they obtain and their expert decision based on it. Our responsibility in the Department of Homeland Security is to implement the Title 42 authority of the CDC at our border and to implement it effectively and judiciously according to the law. We are mindful that there can be an increase in migratory flows encountered at our southern border should Title 42 come to an end, as the CDC has determined it needs to do by May 23rd. Our responsibility, therefore, is to prepare and plan for that eventuality. And we have been mindful of the fact that the Title 42 authority would not be in place forever, and therefore we began our extensive planning and preparation since September of last year, and we have been doing so. And I outlined the 6 pillars of our plan that really have guided our day-to-day preparation since the fall of last year. And we are preparing for different scenarios. It is very difficult to predict the level of migration that we will encounter once Title 42 comes to an end, and we are planning and preparing for different scenarios as a result. That is what we do. We plan, we prepare, and we execute in the service of our mission.